I wanted to watch the 20th anniversary WoW stuff. I know I saved the link. That is really hype. What's up? Is this it? From 1 day ago. Yep. Sure is. Okay. Can you see this? It could be bigger. Let's get it set up. All right. Good. What else? Let me turn on my Twitch alerts on my phone. Should have done that before, but I just remembered. Okay, cool. Oh, Nobble was here. Was Nobble here when I got up to get my soup? Elandra, thank you for gifting us sub. Not the sub there for Nobble. Nobble, if you're still here, hi, how are you doing? I bet you're really enjoying the campaign. Everybody being excited about the story again. This has been really refreshing for me. Okay, let's scoot it. All right, that looks good. Let's go. Oh wait, let me make sure I'm not gonna have any kind of echo. All right, I won't. We're good. 20th anniversary in-game event preview. WoWCast.
The War Within is now live, and while we can't wait for everyone to experience the upcoming endgame content, the train isn't stopping. Arriving on the PTR soon, the team will be testing a new anniversary event for World of Warcraft. Today we're here with Holly, Brett, and Leah to share more on what the live team has been cooking up. So Holly.
Yes?
Let's talk anniversary.
Yeah, I mean,
Cooking.
20th anniversary for World of Warcraft, 30th for Warcraft, and 10th for Hearthstone. What an amazing journey, and to be leading into it this year. Our commitment to make the game feel alive every single day that you log in. All the work we're doing to kick off the World Soul Saga.
Crushing
so excited
it.
that War Within
They're
is launched and
crushing it.
everyone's in it now and part of this world story.
Yes.
And we're going to see where it's going. We're not stopping. So anniversary is coming up, and we've got some good friends here to talk about what's coming.
Okay.
With such a big milestone for the game, how did you approach this year's anniversary?
It's a great question. Last fall, even, I started to look into what kind of event we wanted to do. We've had various events in the past. For the 15th, we did that really epic raid. So I did some ideas, and it really became a patch.
was there.
We sat down, we did a huge brainstorm with the live team, and then we started to pick the top ones and see what we could do to cover all of our different player segments. So it was really a fun experience to flesh out all these cool ideas.
What was at the top of that list?
By far the top one, everybody remembers Blackrock Depths really fondly.
Yeah.
And so
What?
we
Fondly
are...
is a word.
Yes, I was gonna say.
So yeah, everybody really, really wanted to
She must have got in there with me.
do something with Blackrock Depths.
If you do not have fond memories of Blackrock Depths, then there's a good chance that I had been in your team at the time.
And so as we looked at all of these features, we really wanted to make them
Oh my
new
god,
and
I have so much PTSD from this raid.
innovative, but also harken back. So we are going to be bringing
No!
Blackrock Depths as a 10 to 15 player raid. We're really excited. We have 8 main bosses, 5 mini bosses, and basically we'll have LFR, normal, and heroic difficulties.
Wait, are you gonna make people navigate their way through BRD? Are you gonna make people turn the locks and gather the keys and all this other bullshit? Is this gonna make people do this? No
I remember
way.
Blackrock.
People won't be. They're not gonna make it. People couldn't even make it through back then. BRD is a commitment. Okay, a BRD run would take 6-8 hours, maybe. And even then, people will probably leave around the 5-hour mark and you need to replace them.
I was there with my hunter, just farming that gladiator's chainmail over and over and over again.
It was always random too, so you didn't have a chance always.
It took forever. So
Nice.
I mean,
There's these.
Excited to
so
go back
much,
in there
God,
and
it just goes on and on and on. It just goes on and on and on. There's these like dwarfs. God, I'm having flashbacks right now. I'm having flashbacks. Asking people, please don't attack the dwarfs in the tavern.
hopefully get
Better
better things.
dancing. Don't do it.
I remember going there and dying. So, you know, if anyone wants to carry me in a heroic, just ring me up.
What other features are there going to be in the anniversary event?
Yeah, so we really wanted to do an outdoor experience to sort of revisit the gates of.
Was BRD the worst experiences I've ever had? No, but it was pretty bad. God, I can't even talk about this.
Ring me up.
What other features are there going to be in the anniversary event?
Yeah, so we really wanted to do an outdoor experience to sort of revisit the Gates of Ancrage opening. And who better to take us on this adventure than Chromie?
Oh no.
We love Chromie.
So Chromie has this codex that she uses to safely display the past. And well, you can expect there's going to be some crazy time things happening with that. So we're going to have enemies popping up that should not be there within Silithus, like the Scourge, the Legion, Karaji, and we're going to see some familiar names like Tichondrius, Assyrian, and Kel'Thuzad.
Okay. Campusat again. Oh man.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a really cool experience. Players will get to queue in whenever they want. They'll get put together with other players and get to go through this kind of epic fixing of the past.
Fixing it.
Again.
Yeah.
As we would say, timey-wimey. Speaking of the past,
Okay.
is there anything else that will be revisited?
Let me just say that after playing Dragonflight, I felt like the bronze dragons were the most relatable because they definitely seem to be like completely scattered. Like, I guess it makes sense if they're seeing all places at all times. I felt like they were kind of, I could relate to them in an ADHD way because I do not, I cannot perceive time at all in a normal way. I have time blindness hardcorely. And I also feel like when I'm imagining things that are about to happen, it's like all of it is happening right now, all at once. Everything is always happening right now. Everything that's ever happened and will happen is now. And they're completely scattered and all over the place. And I'm like, this seems like the worst possible people to have in charge of time. Considering they said that we need to go back and like fix the time stuff, and this kind of makes sense.
So we've heard the community loud and clear. We know that Timewalking is very popular. So the team has put together some incredible Timewalking dungeons.
I love Timewalking.
And some of you may be thinking BFA, but that's not quite yet. We're actually going back in time to fill in one of the areas that we have not hit yet, and that is the original dungeon.
What?
So we're going to be bringing Dead Mines, Zul'Farrak, Dire Maul, and Stratholme. So there'll be 2 Dire Maul wings and the 2 Stratholme wings.
Okay.
They'll be introduced with the 20th, but they'll continue into the regular rotation afterwards. A couple other things that we're going to change with Timewalking. We're going to allow players from 10 and up to do it. So a lot of those people that like to level will have more opportunity
That's
there.
really good.
And then we're also realizing that a lot of people already have all of the items from the various vendors. So we are going to do a vendor refresh. And so you might see some new mounts and pets and transmog show up on each of the vendors as we go through the different.
Did I just see a new hippogriff? I'm the person I've got to collect
people
every
that
hippogriff.
like to level show up on each of the.
Yes, yes. I don't think I've seen that one. What does it say? Hippogriff? I can't read it.
Mounts and pets and transmog show up on each of the vendors as we go through the different time walkings going forward.
So I can go to Dire Maul, get loot and more loot and more loot.
Yes.
Yeah, we're really excited for everybody to get a chance to go after the things they like.
know what I'm
if they
about.
enjoy doing the dungeon run, or if they're looking for more of those old transmogs that haven't been available.
Yeah.
Is there still a chance for Baron Rivendare's charger to drop?
We may have a chance in time walking for that mount actually.
Nice.
Yes.
I got that on my first kill, by the way.
Are you serious? You're that player?
It's the only one I got first try.
That's so awesome.
My lucky one was the Headless Horseman's one.
Oh,
so
wow.
I got that one.
I couldn't get the charger, but I ended up with that one. So
It took me years to get
Never
that.
gonna get it.
So when I think about WoW's anniversary event,
Never
I always
gonna
think about the
get
Caverns of Time
Barons.
and the party there. Is there any changes to the celebration?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of changes. So you're used to going into the Caverns of Time to sort of experience the anniversary. But you're gonna notice right away that everything is right at the entrance, right outside. And there's all kinds of activities
So
there
much better.
for people to do. We have a mini trial of style kind of event called Fashion Frenzy, where you're gonna have like different themes to dress up to and vote on your favorite transmogs. We have a storyteller, Lore Walker Cho, is gonna tell a few different stories, and you get to participate in the audience.
Oh, that's so cute.
We also have Mount Mania, which is a fun game where you're gonna get to kind of show off your mount collection.
That's a
Mount
perfect one
off.
for you.
You mean mount off? It's an official mount
I
off.
love mounts. I love showing off
Oh my God! Yes, it will be. It's a mount
my
off.
mounts. I'm really excited for that.
Oh my God, that's nice.
There's a lot of different things for you to just explore outside of the activities. We have an ice rink, so you're gonna be able to just slide around into Neris. We have a pet corner where you're gonna be able to turn into your pet. We have costumes, so you can cosplay as heroes and villains from the past.
This is
you
so
can run
cute.
around and like scream different voice lines at people, which is a lot of fun.
You are
My
not
favorite's
prepared.
Illidan.
Oh,
You'll be
so
like, you're not prepared. You can just stand and tell everybody they're not prepared.
We also have
That's the
guest
most
relations,
iconic
where you're going to
line.
be solving riddles and clues and other things to help out the visitors within the Caverns of Time.
Oh, so like Secrets of
This is
Azeroth?
very
yeah, it's like
nice.
a Secrets of Azeroth
Cool.
sequel,
I
basically.
love that.
Awesome.
I had so much fun with that. Is Korok's Revenge, the PvP brawl, coming back?
Yes, so Korax returns. We'll have that during the whole event. We actually moved the vendors to the new hub. We also have the 3 world bosses returning, the world dragons. Then we have Azurgos and Kazakh as well.
Every
Plus,
time you gotta
we
have
2
those.
new gate crashers. Shaw of Anger is going to show up, and so is Archivon the Stonewatcher. They'll both be out in Tanaris as well, similar to where Doomwalker is.
All right.
With so many new activities this year, are there new rewards?
Of course, as we
Better
looked at
be.
the marquee reward for this event, we've come up with a cool riff on a Phoenix mount. So basically, Ashes of Valar was a really big one back in the day that we really thought was iconic.
Oh damn! It's so good.
And so we've iterated on it, and now we have this blue
Ah!
Cold Flame Tempest mount. It's got armor on it, and one of the cool things we
Damn! That mount looks amazing.
were able to do is
Ice
here at Blizzard we
Phoenix.
have service rewards. So as you're here a few years, you'll get a sword and a shield. So we use that as our basis to do the armor on that mount. And we enjoyed it so much, and the
It's
artists,
sick.
they actually
It is
spent one of their
sick.
hackathons making our service rewards in the game. So you'll be able to collect through the 20th the sword, the shield, the crown that we have. We even have a ring toy that we're going to have players able to get.
It's kind of iconic to have essentially a World of Warcraft team member transmog. Essentially. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We have to get suits of armor added.
I mean,
as
it looks
one of the
sick.
rewards.
Yeah, 30 years, right? We haven't picked the 30-year service reward yet.
We also have a balloon toy, which is really cool. And my favorite is the baby
cute.
Dreadlord pet.
Oh my God.
So I'm excited to go to
They're
the
actually
hub and
cute.
become my baby Dreadlord pet and run around in the area.
Oh
as
my
a-
God.
What's your little sword?
Oh yeah. One of our artists, Mats, he was able to put together the sword like Kazakh has, but in baby form. So it's really cool that it fits really well.
It's like a butter knife. So cute.
It is so cute.
Are there any rewards for the Warcraft 30th anniversary?
Yeah,
What?
so we have some faction crests, which are going to be back pieces
Oh,
for each of the
Warcraft.
4 Warcraft 3 factions, which
Warcraft.
is Orc, Human, Night Elf, and Scourge.
Back up. Back
Of
up.
the 4 Warcraft 3 factions, which is Orc, Human,
Human.
Night Elf, and
Yes. Damn.
Scourge. And these are going to be coming
good.
in the
What a
November
great
trading
event.
post.
How
November
will players get
trading
these full
post.
rewards?
It's a great question. We are going to be introducing a new currency this year. Players will be able to collect it from our weekly quests that we'll have for each of our features. And then we also are making sure that if you're really into the Season 1 content, you can still do those weekly quests and the weekly activities to collect the tokens there as well. You're going to get a lot of tokens, and you'll need them because we do have one other big reward. As we started to think about this, we talked with our artists, and everybody really agreed we needed to really go iconic, and we looked back at our Tier 2 sets.
Oh, yeah.
So we ended up making all of the Tier 2 sets.
Oh man, so this, they posted a screenshot of this, and on Facebook, which I did actually see.
Modern.
Oh, wow. I spent so long trying to get this set. That's iconic. That's beautiful. They did a good job. But they added the new, it looks like they've added new geometries to it so that these sets don't look just spray painted on. That was a big issue that I've had with gear in the past. They use like the modern ways that they make gear look better on these old sets. So like you can see this, the plating here, and looks like they did the same thing here with the mage robes. And on the sleeves, adding a little bit more chunkiness here for everything. Wow, it looks great.
With the new modeling, the new VFX, I can't wait to see people walking around in the Judgment armor.
What about
wow, Judgment looks so good.
the classes, though, that weren't available when Tier 2 came out?
As a good
Judgment
point,
looks
you know,
so
we didn't have
good.
monks back then, but we didn't have evokers back then. But we
Right.
did have a dragon, and they wore armor, and so we really looked at NPCs that were at that period of time. So Nefarian was our model for doing the evoker set.
Awesome.
We looked at also like other
That's beautiful. That's a very nice set of
model for
Cool. I mean, there's gonna be different colors of it, right? 'Cause I wouldn't want red.
doing the evoker set. We looked at also
Man, why can't you keep the armor staying on the dragon model? Why the shirt gotta go away when you do
like other iconic
when you have the dragon in the dragon form? What
NPCs
the
that
fuck?
existed back in the day, and so each of the new classes do have their own set. So all 13 classes will have a tier 2 up-res set.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Back up. Okay.
NPCs that existed back in the day, and so each of the new
Looks
classes
good.
do have their own set. So
Oh, that looks nice. That is sexy. That is a sexy set. You can see it's got a ring in the middle, and there's cloth tied to that center ring, so it barely hides the nip nops.
all 13
Ooh, that's good.
classes will have a tier 2 up-res set.
Ooh. You get to glowy eye. Oh, I think monks are gonna love that.
Speaking of classes,
Lightning
there's
effect.
some cool
That's
changes.
kind of better. Look, that's better. They did too good of a job.
Res set.
Y'all should have made, if you're trying to copy tier 2, I mean, tier 2 is iconic, and there's some of the best sets in the game for sure, but I feel like this is almost too advanced.
Speaking of classes, there's some
Too
cool
good.
changes coming.
Yes, I'm so excited for Drakthir to finally get more classes. So you can expect to see
Okay, so I did hear about Drakthir getting new classes last night as well,
6 new classes with them.
and I'm
We have
extremely happy about this.
Hunter, Rogue, Priest, Mage,
Yes.
Warrior, and Warlock. And
But where's Shaman and Paladin and Druid?
we're also getting a new skywriting talent, which is called Squadrons, where you're going to be able to have 2 Drakthir companions flying alongside you in like a formation, which is so cool.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Drakthir gonna be like Top Gun.
That's
That's so cool.
Gotta reserve my goose name.
Everybody's gonna be reserving now.
Yeah, that's true.
Is there any
But I do still wish, again, that your armor would stay. Because now that we're gonna get the warrior Drakthir, then it would be much better if your gear would stay on your character when you are in the dragon form. That would be really bad.
We're also getting a new skywriting talent, which is called Squadrons, where you're going to be able to have 2 Drakthir companions flying alongside
Yeah.
you in
Is there any other class changes?
see, like, you only have shoulders and belt. You need more than that.
Is there any other class changes coming?
Yes, we've heard
Where's
loud and clear
Shaman?
from the
Give me the Shaman to the Drakthir
shamans.
Shaman,
They're
please.
ready for something new, and
Drakthir
we're ready to
Shaman.
deliver. We have brand new Ascendance forms. They
I think that Drakthir definitely should have gotten Shaman, because the dragons originally came from the primal elements. Okay, and we got the incarnates now. We got them. We got allies of the primalists incarnate. Viranoth is our friend. Druid even would have made sense because of the Emerald Dream. Like, you have connection to Ysera, the green. That's what they do. Their whole thing is the dream. Paladin, you could probably make. I feel like Paladin could work for every race, honestly. I think there could be a reasoning for it for every race. Like, if you can be a priest, then you can be Paladin, in my opinion. It's just like, put on different armor.
Really are cool.
Okay, so this is the Shaman Ascendance forms. It's new?
They match
Oh my god, it looks like a Zombla.
the elements that shamans
Oh, you look undead, though.
They
loud, ready to looking. They match each of the elements that
I
shamans
don't like
use.
that.
They're cool looking. They match each of the elements that shamans use.
They
No,
look
thank
amazing.
you. I
really
do not
do.
want that. I would rather just turn into a tornado.
This update
Okay, just a regular turn. Let me be like a straight up tornado elemental guy. That would be good.
sounds so amazing. Before we go, is there any other additional details we should tell players?
Yes, one of the things we really want to call out is in the past, these events have been 3 to 4 weeks around the anniversary, but this time, this is the patch. The entire 1105 patch is really dedicated to the 20th anniversary.
1105. When's that coming?
It'll go for more than 2 months. We have a lot of time for everybody to get into these
good.
features, experience them, play as much as they want, and work towards those 13 sets.
Yeah, and
13 sets you've got to collect during the event, or you're not gonna be able to get it if it's outside the event. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's why they give you 2 months. We are gonna be busy, Buns. We are gonna be so busy.
even though we just launched the War Within, this PTR is coming very, very soon. So keep a lookout for the news on when that's coming to you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about the 20th anniversary with me.
Really, W.
And I can't wait to celebrate the 20th anniversary with you in
Huge.
game. See you next time.
Amazing. I loved it. I love everything that I've heard about the event. Sounds great. BRD raid, bringing back the painful memories and hopefully giving other people painful memories as well. So we can bond over our shared misery. Hopefully, I doubt they'll make it as bad. And cope. That's not a cope. They wouldn't do that on purpose. They want people to do the event. They don't want it to be like it was. Dire Maul and Dead Mines and stuff as Timewalking is extremely pog. The obviously tier 2 is incredible. This mound and the sword and shield looks great. It's very alliance coded though. Don't you think? It feels pretty alliance heavy. They should maybe have a red recolor for Horde people because it feels alliance-y. And yeah, we got to get every single set. The Dracthyr though, getting new classes, I'm so happy about, but also sad. Like I feel a mixture of emotions because I was really hoping for Shaman on Dracthyr. I did see the post about this yesterday. And I posted it. Hold on a sec. I posted it in the Discord last night as soon as I became aware of this breaking news. Dracthyr. New classes. Yeah, here's the post. I love the Dracthyr Visage forms, and I love playing Evoker. And I know that a lot of Evoker players really wanted to be able to play Evoker in their Visage form during combat. And I understand that there are some abilities that are tied to being a dragon, like breathing fire and doing deep breaths, things like this. And that's the reason why they say, okay, so they say for the new classes, Hunter, Rogue, Priest, Mage, Warrior, or Warlock, you'll be able to fight in your Visage form, which is absolutely amazing. This is huge. Great news. Unless you're an Evoker. And I just feel like it's gotta feel really bad for the Evoker mains. Like I've been playing a lot more Evoker lately, and Evoker mains have been begging for this feature for so long. And they're finally giving it to Dracthyr, but specifically not letting Evokers do it. Because Dracthyr Evokers will continue to use Dracthyr form during combat, as many of their abilities emphasize their draconic nature. But for example, with Wing Buffet, if you are not if you're not on Evoker, it will display wing effects around your character if you use it while in Visage form. So why exactly can't they display wing effects or other effects around your character when you use these other abilities if you're in your Visage form? Tail Swipe and Wing Buffet no longer automatically shift you into Dragathir form for all classes except Evoker. I just really wish, because why can't it work like Demon Hunter, right? Demon Hunter has a couple abilities where it shifts them into the demon state for that ability, and then when ability is done, that's it. You know, they can do Wing Buffet with wings effects. That's all I'm saying. I wish that they would reconsider this because it is the Evoker players that were begging for this change for this entire time, and so it's sad to see it not extended to them, really. That's how I feel. But I am still really, really happy about this. I'm probably going to make a my mage Evoker. It does seem like it's going to be very strong, even with the changes that they made. So they've increased cooldowns for some of these busted strong racials that Dragathir have, increasing cooldowns for Tail Swipe, Wing Buffet, and stuff. I get that. They've had to nerf these racials so that they can open the class to open more classes up to the race, but I still think Glide, like Hover, is a Evoker ability. It's not a racial, but Glide you will keep on the other classes, and I feel like Glide is going to be really strong because if you jump and glide a bit, you will be faster than just running. And I'm not complaining. Like, I think it's great. But yeah, we'll see. I'm surprised they didn't make Swipe Buffet as class abilities for Evoker. Well, what they did was for Evoker, there's talents that will now reduce the cooldown of your wing ability and your tail swipe. So it kind of makes sense, but now it's like you're required to put the points now into your class tree, which kind of, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but they should have just given it to Evokers automatically. But a rogue having tail swipe and wing buffet seems insane. Yes, I mean, not just that, but also I do think Glide is going to be pretty strong. So I'm happy. I'm happy but sad. You know, like I said, weird mixture of emotions. Because I love Evoker. And many people, Evoker is a very popular job, but people just don't want to be tied to the Dragathir form. And so I hope that they reconsider. Maybe they will, but maybe it just takes them longer to make the wing effect and breath effects around Visage form spell effects. I don't know. That's a hope. It's such a great class, and it's sad to see people feel like they can't play it because of that. Yes. I hate the lizard form. I have a 2000 Deviant Delight in my bag. Oh my god. Yeah, just kind of feels sad. It's bittersweet to see this finally come. The other thing is, I've probably said this a million times already, just watching Dragathir here, but again, armor, like if you're playing warrior, it would be cool to be in full plate armor as a dragon while in your dragon form, but you can't. You're not gonna be able to do that. So I feel like that might feel odd. But okay, so said all I wanted to say about that. I'm nevertheless extremely excited to play Dragathir Mage, maybe Rogue, maybe even my Warrior. I'll swap, we'll see. Okay, what's next on the agenda? Yeah, I wish you could play. Also, people have been asking for the buff Drakthir. People have really been begging for that, and I think they might as well add that too. They know people want it, so hopefully all the dev time is going into Haranir. That is a... I really like that cope, actually. That's what I'm really banking on Haranir. I really want to play Haranir. I will be Haranir main if they give us this race, absolutely. Listen, if Haranir comes out without Shaman as an available class, I'm gonna be so pissed off. I am going to have a meltdown. They release Haranir and you can't be a Shaman on it. I'm gonna be so fucking mad about it. Just hope that doesn't happen, because I'm gonna make a huge scene and I'm gonna be really melodramatic. Yeah. And it's gonna be really embarrassing for me later. Okay. Ain't no way they're gonna ignore shamans again. Apparently making the shaman totems takes a lot of time. Apparently making these assets is really difficult. Oh, I don't know. But I'm gonna assume they're working on my beautiful Haranir totems, which are gonna be like roots and maybe mushroomy totems. That would be so sick. That's all I want. That's all I want. A streamer has a meltdown over a new race, and wow, I will absolutely have a meltdown. Bat totems, baby. Copanir. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, that's more like it.